Hey, sorry about any spelling or grammatical errors, but I haven't slept in days. I'm posting this now because I don't know how much time I have. I need to make sure no one ever becomes a victim of this thing again. When I was about 5, my parents took me to build a bear workshop for the very first time, followed by many other visits over the years. I'm no wuss, but I have always had a weakness for cute things. When my parents took me to build a bear, I had so much fun. And I looked through all the furry animals, but I was disappointed, you see. I never was fond of furry animals as much as reptiles, my favorite being a turtle. After looking through all the animal choices, I found one bin at the very end that had rabbits in it. But there on top, to my great excitement, was a turtle. The only one as well. I picked it and took it to be stuffed, went through the whole process, and named it ToBy. However, I accidentally hit the shift button, making it TOBY. But I didn't mind. My parents were low on cash, so I could only pick one article of clothing for it. In the very same bin, I found a plush turtle shell with straps on it, and a zipper so things could be placed in it like a backpack. Needless to say, it went great with my turtle, so I bought it. We took it home, and I played with it every day. After a while, one of my friends, Anthony, had a really cool marble. I wanted it so badly, but he wouldn't trade. The next day, I woke up to feel something in Toby's shell. After unzipping it, I found the very marble inside. I smiled and kept it, assuming Anthony gave it to me discreetly. Over the next few days, other things I desired appeared in his backpack. I can remember even wanting a new bike, and I found the receipt in his pack for the very bike which I later found in my front yard. I used Toby's powers well and enjoyed having my every desire made reality. After a while, Anthony and me started to fight a lot, and we soon started to dislike each other. I wished he would get hurt to make him pay, and I went to sleep. The next day, I opened Toby's backpack, which became my morning ritual, and found a napkin with some blood on it. I freaked out and became worried, wondering when I had hurt myself and why I had put it in a shell. And I overheard my mom talking to Anthony's mom on the phone. She said Anthony had fallen down the stairs. I soon realized that the blood was Anthony's. I was upset, but in the back of my mind, I was happy. After a while longer, we got in more fights, and I wished he would get hurt worse. And sure enough, the next day, I found Anthony's thumb in my backpack. I wasn't even afraid since I knew what had happened. Carried Toby with me everywhere until one day Anthony beat me up on the playground, and that night I cried to Toby. I wish Anthony would just disappear. The next morning, Anthony was missing, and in Toby's pack was a photograph of Anthony passed out in a desert with a shadow of what appeared to be my very own plushy Toby looming over him. Toby also had some sand on his feet. After that, I put Toby in a box and never asked him for anything again. Many years passed, and I was in my early 20s when another person started to bully me. I ignored it because I had another person on my mind, a girl to be exact. I got a phone call from the girl I had a crush on, and she asked me out on a date. When I arrived at her house, I knocked on the door and the bully answered, and he, his friends, even the girl laughed and took pictures of my dumbfounded face. That night I went home and screamed and yelled in anger and wished they were dead. The next morning I noticed a large box in my room I realized I had never unpacked when I moved. I opened it, and to my horror I found Toby inside, covered in blood next to a bloody knife. I was shaking, and I carefully opened his pack and almost vomited. Inside were 5 eyeballs. I recognized them as those of the girl and the bully and his friends. I freaked out and threw Toby into the nearby lake, and hoping to be rid of him forever. And just as I turned, I said quietly, "I wish I were dead." I froze solid, realizing my mistake. As I heard a splash, I turned to see ToBy on the shore, laying there like I'd just left him there. I turned and ran away, and when I looked back, he was standing there staring at me, and I booked it home. I decided to pack the essentials and leave, and never return again, hoping I could lose ToBy. It has been 4 months, and everywhere I go, I find him there. Soon after I arrive, I fear I may not last longer. I had to tell someone, so I'm telling you. All of you. Just please, be careful what you wish for. If you see this turtle, please, I beg of you, burn it, kill it. Wish for it to kill itself. I may have found a way to trap it, though. Tomorrow I will go and set it up. Soon I will be rid of this abomination. And then I will be